Hey, hi everyone. I welcome you all to your favorite channel. Friends, my name is Aditya Jain and I am really excited to share this insightful session with you all. Okay, so can you all please confirm on the chat if I am audible and visible to you? Can I have a quick confirmation, everyone? Am I audible and visible? Awesome. So friends, today, as you know that we are continuing with the post-gate guidance series. And as you are very much aware that we always deliver whatever we promise you. Okay. So today also, we are going to give you the required guidance, because as we promised that we are not just before the gate for you, but we are also after the gate exam as well. We are always there for you guys. Okay. So this time we are going to talk about IIT Goa, IIT BHU, IIT Jodhpur and IIT Dhanbad, which is also very famously known as ISM Dhanbad. Okay, so these are going to be the IITs under discussion today, and we are going to talk about the M.Tech admission without, with the low gate score. Okay. Now, why specifically with low gate score? Because see, I'm not here to say that IIT is better, this IIT is better. According to me, every IIT is amazing. But one major point that you might have heard always, okay, with all due respect, is that the old IITs are the preference. Have you heard this statement? Sir, I want to go to any old IIT, right? Old IIT, right? So these IITs don't fall into the category of old IITs. Okay, that's why I am specifically bringing to you under the low gate score category. But does that mean that these are not premium? Not at all. These are really amazing institutes, because let's not forget they are also IITs. Okay, and every IIT has that level of standard. So this is going to be the discussion. We're going to talk about the popular courses, what is the fees, and the complete information around that. So how many of you are super duper ready and excited for it? Can I have a quick yes or no on the chat? Okay, chalo. So first of all, let's get started with IIT Goa. Now, one amazing fact about IIT Goa is that some students prefer it only because it is located in Goa. Okay, and I know however childish it may sound, but still it being the location Goa is definitely one of the factors for which students prefer IIT Goa. I think many of you would also, right? Okay, so talking about IIT Goa, okay, we are going to talk about the postgraduate programs like the M.Tech programs. Okay, so these are the various M.Tech programs. M.Tech in computer science and engineering, the duration is 2 years and the total number of seats are 10. Now, as these institutes are comparatively newer, okay, so the number of seats and the number of courses would be not very stable. Okay, they will make certain drastic changes over the years until they get stable with the criteria or the admission part. Okay, but again, we don't have to worry about that. We just need to understand the existing segment. Okay, talking about M.Tech in electrical engineering, again it's a 2 years program with the total number of seats as 10 for M.Tech specifically. M.Tech in mechanical engineering, again 2 years and total number of 15 seats. M.Tech in chemical engineering, 2 years with 5 seats. And M.Tech in marine science and technology, 2 years with 5 seats. Now, I was actually reading about IIT Goa, and I came to know about the fact that these course, the 5th course, marine science and technology, very few IITs offer this. And I hope that you also agree with me. Very few IITs. Okay, in fact, not just IITs, very few institutes offer this course. Okay, so if you have a very specific niche, if you want to specifically contribute into this or learn into this domain, then this is going to be the best program for you. Okay, obviously with the certificate or with the like with the completion letter from IIT Goa, nothing can beat that. Okay, so these are the various courses, these are the duration, and these are the total number of seats. How many of you here are targeting any of these? Let me know on the chat. Let's keep it interactive, friends, because as you know, this is a post gate guidance session we have brought for you, so let's keep it very interactive. Okay, chalo, getting ahead, talking about the PhD programs. Okay, because many students are planning to go for PhD directly, but still my final suggestion to you would be, you first complete your M.Tech and then you can think of extending it to PhD. Okay, so talking about the various PhD programs, PhD in computer science and engineering, it's a 5 years duration program. PhD in electrical engineering, it's a 5 years program. PhD in mechanical engineering, again 5 years program. And PhD in chemical and materials engineering, again a 5 years program. Okay, so one thing is pretty much clear, that the M.Tech programs are 2 years long and the PhD programs are 5 years long. Do we all have that clarity, my dear dosto? Are we all on the same page? Okay, PhD is 5 years duration and M.Tech is 2 years duration, and we will follow this throughout. Okay, we will follow this. Okay, so please take a note of this. Okay, so these are the various PhD programs. Now talking about the bifurcation of fees payable for M.Tech programs, specifically for IIT Goa. Okay, here is the IIT Goa symbol. Okay, so again we have divided it into multiple segments, because just by getting the total fees, many students get panicked. Why so much fees, right? So the institute has divided it into 3 segments. I should say 4 segments. One time fee, which is A. Okay, regular concession fees, sponsored students, regular concession fees for SC/ST. So for irrespective of the category, the fee, the one-time fee is same, 7,600 for everyone, irrespective of category. Okay, now the second part, which is B part, it is per semester, so it is recurrent in nature. The first thing is one time. Okay, you pay while during the admission, you don't have to pay it every semester or every year, but this is per semester, like every semester. Okay, so mostly in a 2-year program you will be having 4 semesters. 1 year means 2 semesters usually. Okay, so here it would be 22,000 something. Okay, 42,017. So do you see that now the drastic change appears? Okay, now the semester fee would differ. Security deposits, again institute, library, mess. Okay, again 1,000 for each of them. Okay, so very nominal, I would suggest, very nominal. Okay, and finally annual insurance premium, it's going to be 2,000 for each of these. So the total will be A plus B plus C plus D, all 4 combined. Okay, and this would come out to be respective numbers. So as you can see, for these two it is 29,650. Okay, 34,000, but here it is 54,000 for sponsored non-concessional students. So can I have a quick yes if you are clear? Again guys, you can check out the official website for this, but all I would suggest is be very clear with the category wise segregation, otherwise later on you might feel confused. Okay, and my suggestion would be, IIT's decision should not be bounded by fees. Okay, I know that you might have some financial situation, but trust me, don't take the decision of IITs based on the fee. Fee is the least thing you should care about. Just go to the IIT which you feel is the best for you. Okay, that's it. Chalo, talking about the cutoff for 2024 and 25. Okay, first of all, how many of you are targeting IIT Goa? Can I have a quick yes or no on that? Okay, and don't say that you are targeting it just for the sake of location. Okay, yeah. So many of us are targeting IIT Goa. Okay, cool. So talking about the cutoff, because as we know, cutoff is a major thing for us to understand and take decision, right? So cutoff 2024 and cutoff 2025. So here we have the program name. Okay, here we have the different categories. So computer science and engineering. Okay, 562 cutoff, 565. Okay, and so on. So you can read through it. Okay, 5065, 469, 305. Usually, as you know, SC and ST cutoffs are slightly lesser as compared to others. What is your query? सर मैंने MSc मैथमेटिक्स किया है. Okay, Shweta, not sure actually. Okay, I can't comment on that as of now. Okay, but you will get more clarity after the admission process, so you can please check it out. Okay, although once I get the update, I will also share it with you in some session. Okay, chalo. So this is the cutoff for 2024 and this is the cutoff for 2025. Okay, this is for 2024 and this is for 2025. Now one thing you can notice here, which I was also noticing, that the cutoff here is slightly higher for the same degree and for the same category. Okay, here you can see all are in 600s and 500s, because one simple observation is that 2025 paper was slightly easier as compared to 2024, slightly easier. So obviously the cutoff would be higher. Okay, so we have computer science and engineering, mechanical and electrical in this table. You can take a screenshot if you need. Okay, chalo. Now, how many of you, now be very honest, how many of you are going or planning to pursue M.Tech just for the sake of placements? Like the only motive we have is, sir, I will get the best possible placement, and that's fine. There's nothing to be tensed about or afraid about. Okay, that's a real thing. Okay, so if you are preferring to join IIT Goa for that, okay, so M.Tech 23-25 placed candidates. Okay, so computer science and engineering registered students 2 placed 2. Okay, 100% placement. Electrical engineering registered 2 placed 1. Mechanical engineering registered 6 placed 5. So overall, the overall M.Tech placement was almost around 80%, which is very, very great. Okay, because first of all, it's IIT Goa, which is a newer IIT. But second of all, the most important point, that as I told you earlier, you never know why certain students didn't get placed. Maybe it was intentional. Maybe they were very sure that they don't want to get into the industry. They want to pursue higher studies further. So we never know the reason. Okay, but you should understand that it is specifically for M.Tech. Okay, this placements data is specifically for M.Tech. Okay, we never know why only 2 registered. This is as per the official website data. Okay, so here are the placements number for you. Going ahead. Okay, so this was all about IIT Goa. Okay, with this, how many of you are targeting IIT Goa? Before I proceed, Sahil, I think that would be very tough, but still I wish you all the very best. I hope you get your dream college. But yeah, 320 marks is slightly lower, is what I think. Okay, sorry for that. But yeah, I really wish you get the best possible college or opportunity you are aiming for. Okay, so this was all about IIT Goa. Now we are moving on to IIT BHU, Indian Institute of Technology, BHU. Again, very famous, Varanasi. Okay, so Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi. How many of you are aware? So this is slightly famous college, specifically for the coders, for the programmers. Many great many great programmers have emerged out of this institute that I know of. Okay, IIT BHU, very famous for its programming culture. Okay, so M.Tech programs with specializations. So here we have disciplines, here we have specialization, discipline, specialization. Okay, so basically this is one continuation. Okay, don't get confused here, this is in continuation. So first discipline is civil engineering. Okay, within civil engineering we have these many specializations till E: hydraulics, geotechnical, structural, environmental, transportation. Okay, then within computer science we have again two: artificial intelligence and IoT. And within mechanical again we have three: machine design, thermal, and production. Okay, so we have these three. Okay, coming to electrical. So again, as you know, computer science, these are very sufficient, and as I said, IoT is again a bit rare. Okay, you will rarely find this as a specialization offered, because many of the institutes offer cyber security, data science, and AI. Okay, so these are what they prefer, but you will hardly see IoT getting offered. Anyone here who is interested in IoT? Can I have it on chat? Internet of Things. So many practical examples are smart home systems. Like via Alexa, you are changing the color of the lights, you are switching on the fan. Okay, all those are the real exciting things. Okay. Chalo. Coming to the electrical engineering part. Okay. Power systems, electrical machines, control systems, power electronics, and so till here, till power electronics we have electrical engineering. And then for electronics engineering we have RF and microwave, communication systems, microelectronics, digital systems, and VLSI. Again, VLSI is very famous, okay, because it is a very good intersection for computer science and electronics engineering students. So any specific course that you are targeting at, dosto? Let me know. Any specific degree that you guys are aiming for? Chalo, I hope you are. Okay, I hope you are aiming for this. So please target AI or IoT, both. Anything is fine. If you have any interest in electronics, then you go for IoT. Okay, let's go ahead. Talking about IIT BHU, or this is the actual name. Okay, Banaras Hindu University. So that is a famous BHU. Okay, yeah. For PhD programs with specializations, so this was for M.Tech. Okay, this was for M.Tech, and this is for PhD. So here we have chemical engineering, civil, computer science, and electrical. Okay, and then we have few more. And within chemical, again there are so many detailed disciplines, specializations. Okay, I'll get aside, you can take the screenshot. Please take a screenshot. Okay, these are all the available ones for chemical engineering. Then we have civil engineering. For civil engineering, these are all the available disciplines. Okay, environmental, geotechnical, structural, hydraulics, and so on. For computer science and engineering, these are all the available specializations. Okay, and for electrical engineering, we have all these. Okay, now for computer science, you can see that anything related to computer science, data science, AI, artificial intelligence is getting covered here. Okay, so I don't think that you have to worry about the specialization. All you need to care about is which IIT you want to go and PhD whether you want to pursue or not. Okay, going ahead, we have electronics, we have mechanical, and we have material science and technology. Again, these are the various specializations. Okay, a variety of specialization. In electronics, you have a very rich variety. So you need not care about, sir, I am interested in this, but will I get it anywhere? That's not your concern, because a huge variety is available. You need not worry about whether you will get it or not. Okay, huge variety is available. All you have to do is you have to crack the interviews and the criteria. Okay, chalo. So guys, is it clear? Let's proceed. Can I have a quick yes? Again guys, we have kept it live so that you can interact with us. Come on. Keep it interactive, guys. Keep it interactive. Okay. Chaliye. Now talking about IIT BHU fee structure. Okay, the fee structure. Now again, here we have four segments into which your fees is broken. Okay, the segment A, which is one-time payment at the time of admission, and please remember it is non-refundable as per the official data. But again, my disclaimer would be that please go through the official data one more time whenever you decide to join. Okay guys, I will answer your questions on the chat, but first let's cover the slides, because many of your doubts can get automatically answered once we go through it. Okay, so yeah, first one is non-refundable. Again, you can go to the category wise. Okay, here it is same for all. Then deposits payable at the time of admission, it is refundable. Okay, they have very clearly and transparently mentioned that. Here institute, library, hostel. Then semester fee each semester, this is for each semester and it is non-refundable. Okay, and finally payment in each odd semester, again non-refundable. So there are lots of non-refundable segments here, and this is odd semester. Okay, so odd semester means 1 and then 3. So I would say once in a year. Okay, once in a year you can say. Okay, so this is that fee. So again, if you say amount payable at the time of admission, total of all the four, so here it will come out to be the highest. Sponsored. Okay, where the major difference is coming for? Here the major difference is coming from. Okay, so you can go through all the details. Can I have a quick yes? Okay, now talking about fee structure. Okay, so here are all the again details. I will not go through this. Okay, but you can read it. Okay, you can read it, and you can find this on their official website as well. Okay, sure. Talking about cutoff for 24 and 25. Cutoff 24 and 25. Okay. Are you ready for the cutoff discussion, guys? Can I have a quick yes? Okay. Yeah. So again, there's a lot of data here. Okay, I'll not go into the too much depth of it. Okay. So cutoff 24 and cutoff 2025, both I will read it out for you. Okay. So first of all, there are lots of programs. Whatever program you name it, okay, you will find it here. But I will take computer science and engineering as the sample example to see the pattern. Very obviously, general category will have the highest cutoff. Okay, and here also highest. We don't have the data for AWS for some. Okay, but did you get the difference between the two IITs? Do you see 797 towards the very high side? Whereas in IIT Goa, it was within it was lower than this limit, and this is where the difference comes from, because as I told you, IIT BHU stands among the elite category. It stands among the old IITs. Can you all type yes? Because later on there should not be confusion. Sir, why IIT BHU is tough? Because it is having a very reputed name. Okay, so the difference is there in the cutoff. The types of students who want to pursue is different level. Okay, and again you can go through the other, which obviously decreases 797, 38, 60, 442, 440, which again decreases as we proceed, right? Here also it decreases as we proceed, and that's very obvious. Okay, that's the case for all. Chalo, talking about the placements data. Okay, so here we have the placements data, dosto. Placement stats. Okay, so total number of organizations participated 117. Remember, organizations means the different the various companies that went for placement. Total number of job offers 472, because as you know, every company rolls out multiple job offers, right? Total number of PPOs offered 305. What is PPO? Pre-placement offer. Pre-placement offer means they will offer you internship, but with a guarantee of that being getting converted to a job later. Okay, that's called PPO. You are guaranteed to get a job, but first you will have to start as a intern, 6 months intern, whatever, and obviously the salary would be different. Okay, the PPO usually refers to that. IIT BHU placement 21 highest CTC 1.2 crore per annum, but remember this is highest, and also remember with a star that sometimes it is currency conversion. So it might seem very huge, but it might not be the case. Although I know that IIT BHU has that level of standard that students can definitely target and get such CTCs. IIT BHU placement lowest CTC 10 lakh per annum. Again guys, lowest is also 10, which is way better than highest of most of the colleges. So you can see the level. Okay, PPO average CTC offered 31 lakh per annum. And IIT Varanasi placement 2023 top recruiters Microsoft, Uber, Flipkart, etc. So as you can see, most of the tech companies, tech giants. Okay, and again I am telling you, very famous for programming based minds. Okay, so you can definitely target IIT BHU. Okay, so now talking about the 2023-24 stats, placement statistics. So here, offers received, PPOs, internship, highest offer, average package, even average is almost 30 lakh per annum, guys. And here the top recruiters are mentioned. Nvidia is there, Google, Databricks, VHU, Indian company Wells Fargo is there, Nutanix again very famous, Flipkart, Rubrik again very famous abroad company. So these are the top recruiters. Okay, MasterCard is also there. So if you want, you can take a screenshot. Clear, guys? Chalo. So how many of you are targeting IIT BHU then? I hope to see you in IIT BHU. Okay, let's go to the next IIT, which is IIT Jodhpur. Okay, now M.Tech programs with specializations. So you can take a screenshot. I'll not read out much. So bioscience, computer science and engineering, AI. Okay, you can check it out. Okay, again we have robotics. Okay, again we have IoT. So these are some very budding. These are some very budding industries, right? Talking about the fee structure, again, it is divided into one time semester fee, one time, like that. So you can say A, B, C, D, and grand total of all the four. Again, so day scholar and hosteler. So depending on whether you are within the institute with hostel services, like that. Okay, and experimental and professional development, again 2000, which is very nominal, and you can go through this terms and conditions also. Okay, you can take a screenshot. Okay, Please take a screenshot. Chalo guys. Now talking about fee structures for 25-26. Okay. So here we have the name of the program, and here we have the tuition fee per semester in rupees. Okay. So M.Tech full time for TA, this is the tuition fee. Okay. So you can go through each of them. So here it was M.Tech, depending on full, non-eligible, full-time sponsored, part-time, executive, slow pace, different types of M.Techs. Okay. And similarly different types of PhDs. Okay. And here are the different numbers for each of them. So general observation, tuition fee for PhD is lesser than tuition fee for M.Tech in most of the cases, but again, not a decision making factor. Okay, you can read this later on. Okay, there are a lot of data, but you can take the screenshot. I'll get a site. Give me a second. Please take the screenshot. Okay. So IIT Jodhpur, here it is. Okay, you can go through all the details. Okay, getting ahead, the cutoff for the gate level cutoff to get into it. So if you take the computer science and engineering and the AI as reference, again the cutoff is slightly on the higher side as compared to the other branches, 690, 660, and here the cutoff has increased to 718, right? So again there is an increment to 718 and 635 here. Okay, and so on. So the cutoff for 2025 is slightly higher, but that's the point. Okay, is it fine, dosto? Again, please feel free to take the screenshots wherever needed. Good job, sir. Very informative video. Thank you so much. The credit also goes to the entire team because they help us with gathering such information. But yeah, it's a combined effort. So thank you. And please take a note of the observations, guys. Okay, so again the same observation follows here, that this is usually in decreasing trend. Okay, so no complaints about that. You have to be very much aware about it. Okay, again continuing with IIT Jodhpur, the M.Tech 25 placement data. So again, lots of data here, but you can talk about these two. Okay, so passing out batch, so the ones which passed out in 2025, that means mostly they have started in 23. Okay, so registered for placement 18, place 15, average 15, very good, median 14, and overall highest 35. So again, IIT Jodhpur, as you can see, is slightly on the lower side of highest package. What's the reason? What's the reason? Obviously because it is a newer IIT. Okay, so IIT Jodhpur slightly on the lower side. But does that mean that you should not think of being a part of it? No, not does that mean. Because again, it's an IIT. It is that level. Okay, so please feel free to take the screenshot, dosto. I'll get a site. One very important observation here I'll share. Okay, one important observation here, that the average CTC is highest for AI, because as you know that 2025 graduates, okay, almost every company is betting on AI. So definitely they will have more better opportunities offered in the AI domain. Okay, AI is dominating the placements. Okay, and that is pretty much visible out here. Chalo. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. If not, please take a screenshot. Getting ahead to the fourth institute and the last institute for today, which is IIT Dhanbad. Which all institutes we have covered? IIT Goa, IIT Varanasi, and IIT Jodhpur. Okay, and again, as I suggested, even IIT Jodhpur is way better than a normal NIT, or obviously better than any other institute, okay, which is non-IIT or NIT. Now, getting to IIT Dhanbad, as I told you that it is called IIT Dhanbad, but also Indian School of Mines, that is ISM Dhanbad. Okay. Now we are going to talk about the various M.Tech programs with specializations. Okay. So here we have the different M.Tech programs with their program codes. Here we have the name of department, and here is the gate paper code. Again, not a big deal. So as you can see, chemical, material, we have computer science and engineering as well. And here also the CS and AI are separate. In fact, here we have data analytics as well. Okay, which department is getting offered? So these two are from computer science, but this is from mathematics and computing. Okay, so this is offered from computer science branch. Again, you can go through the codes. So which gate paper codes are eligible to apply? Okay, that's what this column means. Okay, so obviously if you have done in CS, you are definitely applicable, and even DA students are applicable. Remaining you can check as per this table. Okay, these are some more branches. Okay, all these are offered by electrical, and all these are offered by electronics, and all these by mechanical. Okay, so you can check it out. Again, obviously electrical and electronics students are eligible as per the this. Now this is the fee structure for 25-26. Okay. Again, you can say A is one-time charges. Okay. Again, the bifurcation of it is also given here. You can take the screenshot. Okay, so here is the A part. Here there is the B part. Okay, so again, annual charges. Okay, total of 9,000, and total one-time charges 20,700. Going to the C, which is other semester charges. Again, you can see paid for the semester. Okay, again, the beauty is that it is divided into many smaller parts so that you can understand. But ultimately here the difference is between the category 4,600 and 11,700, depending on monsoon and summer. Monsoon and summer, sorry. Monsoon and summer. That is where the difference is getting created. Okay, going to the D part, which is semester tuition fee. Here there is a double star, so you can please read the conditions applied. Okay, here also it is double star, to be paid every semester. Okay, so you can go through this depending on your category. Okay, depending on your category, you can check out the details here. Okay, please take a screenshot, dosto. I know there is a lot of data. Please take a screenshot. I'll get aside. You can check out the official website as well. Chalo. Talking about the cutoff for 24-25. Okay. This is 2024 as per me. Okay. So I'll talk about these two. Computer science and DA, you can take the reference for others. CS code, DA code, 686, 687 here, 686, 687 here. I think the data is replicated. Okay. So the data is replicated, dosto. Okay. The data is replicated. Okay. So you can skip this. You can follow this. The data is replicated. Okay. But ultimately what you can see is that again here it is decreasing trend and here it is the highest. Okay. Chalo. Going to the placement data. Again, how many of you are having the motivation as placements? Come on. So these are the placements for IIT Dhanbad or ISM Dhanbad. Computer science and engineering, total number of students placed 20. Maximum CTC 51 lakh per annum. Very amazing. Okay. Average CTC 22, again amazing. Median is 45, way better. Way better. Because median means once you sort all the packages, the average of the middle two, or the middle value, is that package. That means it's not the case that very few are getting it. Median is higher means many students are getting that package. Okay, more than 50% students. For DA, 7 students placed. Maximum 18, and this is the data. According to me, this is slightly lesser. I don't know why, but yeah, this is comparatively lesser. Electrical 13, again 39 highest. Electronics again 39 highest, and civil engineering 18.87. Okay, so this is slightly a drawback for me. This is slightly a drawback for me. Okay, I'm unhappy with this, honestly, because if you are doing in DA, that too from ISM Dhanbad, so this is a very less package comparatively. Okay, chalo. So that's pretty much about it, guys. That's all I wanted to discuss with you. And honestly, every IIT is amazing. Okay, that would be my final conclusion. Don't think that I will only go to this IIT. Okay, I have thought like that, but then I also secured All India rank 60 in GATE Computer Science 2019. So if you are targeting that level of freedom, ki, sir, I will decide which IIT I want to go to, then you have to get under 100 rank. Okay, really sorry to say that, but if you are getting under, if you're getting 5,000 rank, then sorry, you don't have that liberty to decide, unfortunately. Okay, so if you want to be a part of a community, here is a community for civil engineering, yeah, for chemical, yeah, for CS and IT, mechanical, and for electrical, electronics, and instrumentation. You can be a part. It is completely for free. Okay, and this is the Telegram community for our official GATE Wallah channel, and this is for the English channel. So you can just scan it and you can become a part of the Telegram community. Okay, yeah. With that, my dear dosto, thank you so very much. I really hope that you get the best institute that you are targeting for, and I really wish you all the very best for your careers. And as I promised, I will answer your queries on the chat and then we can wrap it up. Is there any query which I missed? Thank you so much. Now quickly tell me and we can just wrap it up. Any query that I missed? Okay, so in case if you think that we have missed any query, please write it down in the comment section and then we'll create a video out of it. And please do also note what are your learnings from this session and what are your action items. So thank you so much, my dear dosto. I wish you all the very best and a great success ahead. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Take care. All the best.